Is it setting a bad example to not wear a helmet? Should we all be wearing helmets? Welcome back to Rad Rat Video, a channel all about skateboarding where I answer your questions here on this series, Ask Rad Rat. You can submit your own questions by going to radratvideo.com. That's what all these guys did, including Safe, who is the first one to start. Sent me a couple of questions here. And then I got a spam text that just says hi, and I'm not going to answer that. Okay. First one is, I've been playing skateboarding games all my life, but I never picked up the skating hobby. I know the difference between a kickflip, heel flip, shove it, board slide, but only basic tricks. I don't understand what makes a grind frontside versus backside, a varial flip versus a hard flip, or any more complicated tricks and nuances. Any tips for learning so I can appreciate what I'm doing more when I play games like Session? I'm often just mashing sticks. I also think a crash course on this could be a solid standalone video idea. I'm not sure how many viewers are in a similar spot. Let me know if you are. If a lot of people could use that, that would be great to just explain what different tricks are, and not teach how to do them, just explain what they are. One thing I might do if I were you, because in Session you can you film a part, basically you film clips and you can maybe edit it on your own somewhere else, but it would be a good idea, I think, to try to recreate a skate part. You know, like find one that you like and try to redo all those tricks in it. It would just give you a good idea of what tricks go together, you know, because there are some pretty sophisticated things. Like spinning alley-oop is a complicated thing. It's where you spin the harder way. So if you are going to like ollie over, let's say you're going this way and you want to ollie over this ledge here. The easy way, the normal way, is ollie up that front truck, and then by the time your back truck is even, you can pull it over. The hard way is to pop up and pull the back truck up and over, and that is called alley-oop. And then on a ramp, it's kind of the same thing, where you might carve up the ramp, turn this way, and come back down. If you carve up the ramp and then turn this way and come back down, that's an alley-oop. There's a million different things, like little technical things that you might not think of that make a trick either easier or harder. Doing a stall and coming back to fakie is almost always harder, depending on what the stall is. But like that type of stuff, you know from doing it. And if you're not going to do it, then like copying someone who did do it might be a good way to do it. All right. Next question, I'm interested in your thoughts on how Session is progressing. Lately, it seems like they've only been releasing DLC maps and the game is still missing core features like throwdown, animations, vert. Overall, the game still feels like a beta. Are you optimistic about the game, or where do you see it going? Let's jump to the computer for this one. So here we are in Session, and I definitely get what you're talking about. So like, you know, the animation of getting on your board, it doesn't look great. You just kind of is on it, and then his feet go through the board, and then he just suddenly jumps up onto it. Not good. Another thing that drives me crazy is the impossibles, because that looked fine, but when you actually look close, his foot goes through the board. You know, it comes around and then it's completely detached for the last 2/3 of the trick. And it's just, you know, turns into a 360 shove it, lands, and his foot goes through the board. You know, this type of stuff, very common problems. A 1 foot. This is only in the game to punish you if you catch the board wrong. If you catch the board with the wrong foot. You can't do it on purpose, because that was me doing it on purpose, and it looks like that. You know, they did stuff like that just to mess with you. One of the other things, I got to find somewhere where I can get a little bit of height, is the late shove-its. So they used to have late shove-its in the game. Nowadays, if you do a late shove-it, you do a late 360 flip, or that was a 360 hard flip. You can't do a late shove-it now. And you used to, which is really weird. So you could do that. Yeah, and that would be a late regular front shove. And now it's a late laser flip. They never fixed that. They changed that, I think maybe on accident, because it says late shove it still. But that's just how it is. I got some notes over on this side. I might also glitch out on stuff a lot when I nollie off of something. So this game is very, I might not get one. It's a lot less common now, but okay. So the timing on popping is way earlier than you would expect. And if you pop just a little bit too late, a lot of the times the board gets stuck to your foot. And that's not even a bad one. There's times where you go flying through the air. Like you'll do it's always off the nose. If you do like a nollie 360 flip and you do it too late, like stuff will just glitch out and your foot goes way over here, but your leg stretches out to reach it. It looks crazy. I don't think I'm likely to get one while I'm trying to show you this stuff. But I think that any major changes like adding invert, that stuff's the ship has sailed on that. I don't think any of that's going to happen. I think that anything that they do now is stuff they can sell. And it would be weird to sell like a vert package where the game is going to play the same. You're not unlocking a new location. It's just that vert now works. Like that has to be a free update. It's just part of the deal. You can't sell that. But you can sell a mall. You can sell, other new stages and things like that. And so, as a business, if it were me, I would only be selling that type of stuff. And maybe you tweak a little bit every time you do an update. But to add in a full vert mode that actually works, I don't see it happening. So like the weird, awkward stuff in the game is just going to be the way that it is from now on. And I'm mostly okay with that. Because, I have so much freedom in the game. Like, I'm going to do a 360 flip body varial down this gap here, down the stairs of the hubba. The timing, like I said, very awkward, but it would be weird to fix it. There we go. I called it a varial flip, but that is a full 360 flip with a body varial. What other game can you do that in? Except for... probably do it in Skater XL. Can you do it in Skater XL? I haven't played that game in so long because I prefer Session so much. But yeah, I don't think the game... Oh, there's a good example. Perfect. Okay, let's see what happened. Okay, it wasn't the nollie. It was... Okay, my trucks go through the board. This truck detached entirely, and then it sticks for a minute, and then like it catches up, it hit me in the face, and then my board went flying. So that type of stuff gonna happen. Those things could potentially get fixed, and that type of thing. That stuff, maybe. New features, I don't think they're going to happen. If I'm wrong, that would be great. I would love more features. This game is one of my favorite games. It's my favorite game to play on a regular basis. But let's move on to the next question. The next question is from Musket Why Go. I hope that is a Yu-Gi-Oh! Reference, because that would be cool. All right, first one. Do you feel that pros such as Andy Anderson that add freestyle tricks to their street parts will give any effect on the future of that genre of skating? Possibility of either making it acceptable for others to do that same, or even just drawing eyes to the subgenre of freestyle? Yes and no. I don't see what Andy Anderson is doing as promoting freestyle so much as making freestyle tricks accepted in street. And the difference is that like a flat ground kickflip was a freestyle trick for a long time. It was invented by a freestyle skater. It's done on flat. It's a freestyle trick just as much as any other freestyle trick. But as soon as street skaters started to pop them, get some decent height on them, do them off of stuff, do them up a curb, it became a street trick, So with, any skaters doing freestyle tricks on street, it's no longer a freestyle trick, like technically. You could do a truck stand on a bank, and that's the same as any other kind of stall, really, And just seeing freestyle inspired tricks being used in street, I think what he and other skaters like that are doing is expanding the street skating trick list, like the different tricks that you can see a street skater doing. And I think that is a really good thing to do, like seeing a Casper slide in a part is amazing. I love seeing Casper slides. It's one of the coolest tricks to watch. And like, if you're not thinking of it as a freestyle trick, you're thinking of it as a street trick, it just fits in the street now. And I think that's more the way that it's going to work, as opposed to bringing more people into freestyle. I don't think people are going to watch, Andy Anderson do a Casper stall on a bank to ledge and then go out and try to, learn freestyle stuff per se. I think they might try to learn a Casper on a bank to ledge, though. So that's kind of how I feel about that. It's all positive, though. Your next question was, should more pros wear protective gear when skating and filming street? I do not, and have not ever worn a helmet outside of a skate park requiring it, but I feel that maybe I should have. As someone in my mid-30s who never wore one, I have had 2 concussions from skating alone. And I wonder, what about those who have skated harder and heavier? We are one of the last few sports to make protective gear for professionals commonplace. Honestly, yeah. I don't have a helmet. My skate park, I have to rent one every time. Well, they don't charge for it, which is why I haven't bought one. And it's annoying, you know. They just hand me whichever. I got the extra large one because my head is gigantic, but someone always has it set up all weird. I need it like stretched to the very edge so that it fits under my chin. And I don't like to have on a helmet, but if I had bought a nice one that fit me just right and I had it set up just right, it would be fine. And like, it's the kind of thing that I just don't want to do, you know. Like, I don't eat meat, okay, but like if your doctor told you you really need to stop, you know, with that meat because your cholesterol's out of control, you really need to stop it. You're like, you know, I know it's the right thing to do, I know I really should do it, but I just don't want to. Right? That is how I feel about a helmet. Is it a positive thing all around? Yeah. It's going to make me safer. It's going to, you know, help make it more commonplace. If a street skater, like a young kid, sees me out there with a helmet on, he'll think, you know what, maybe I should get one too. And it's a positive thing that's helping the skateboarding community. The more people wear helmets would be better, in all honesty. But I just really don't want to. And I don't see myself ever doing it. Now, most of the time I skate, I'm at the skate park, but the indoor skate park, I need one. The outdoor skate park, I don't. And I don't have one on. Something to think about. It's tough, though. I don't want to do it. And I definitely don't want to wear like knee pads or anything like that. But a helmet is genuinely a good idea. And I respect people who do actually put in the effort to wear a helmet everywhere they go, skating anyway, not to the grocery store. If you wear your helmet while you're skating, I respect that. I don't think I'm going to be doing it, at least not for a while. So if I got to talk myself into it. That's how I feel about that. If you disagree or agree, let me know in the comments. But if you have any more questions, go to radratvideo.com and you can submit them from the form, and I will see you later. Thanks for hanging out.